Hi there! Welcome to Permit How To, a non-government public service video channel sharing information about the building permit process in Glendale, California. This is the first of several videos to share information about how getting your building permit relates to the zoning code, how to understand and navigate Glendale's zoning code, and how to get your permit faster. This video is about the building permit process and how zoning fits into that process. The Glendale Municipal Code contains rules for the governance of the City of Glendale. Different departments in the city administer different sections of this code. For example, Public Works for public property, including streets and parkways, and Community Development for private property regulation. Each department administers their respective code sections and may issue permits relating to those code sections. Almost all building and construction on private property and public property is subject to regulation under the city's code. The city has a permit services center where an applicant can have all city departments review their project. Typically, an applicant will start at the Permit Center website or the Permit Center front desk and will be routed to either the Building and Safety Division or the Planning Division. Almost all project types that go to the Permit Center require zoning clearance, which is administered by the Planning Division. This includes most exterior and remodel work. The types of projects that do not require zoning clearance are typically for smaller projects like interior remodel, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So what does zoning review include? It includes review of the project for compliance with Title 30, which includes design review and historic preservation. If the project is relatively minor, it may be issued a design review exemption, which is an online application that currently takes from a few days to several weeks. If the project cannot be exempted, then a more formal planning application must be submitted, and these typically cost thousands of dollars and take months to process. Typically, if the project is complex and/or requires design review, it requires a pre-application review, which involves thorough review of the project to determine all required applications. After pre-application, the applicant submits their official planning applications, and if and once they are approved, then the project can move to the next stage of the process, which is building, permit application, and review. Building permit review may involve fast issuance of a building permit, or the project may be required to be submitted into plan check review. Plan check review consists of various city departments verifying the project plans comply with the Glendale Municipal Code. During this process, city staff almost always issue corrections that need to be addressed by the applicant. Once the applicant addresses the comments, they resubmit the plans to the city for review. This process repeats itself until the plans are approved. There is a fee for this process, and it can take from several months to years, depending on the size of the project. Once the plans are approved, then a building permit can be paid for and issued, and construction can begin. City building inspectors will inspect the project throughout and after construction to ensure it matches what was approved. If it does, then final city approval is issued. That concludes this summary of the steps involved in getting a building permit in Glendale, California. By knowing the steps, you can navigate this process more smoothly and ensure your project complies with regulations, which will in turn reduce the amount of time it takes to go through the process and thereby reduce project costs. Another thing to know is that the city just established its online permitting system within recent years. So as they continue to make improvements, they continue to revise the process. And many state laws are currently being passed to make the housing development process less restrictive for permit applicants. So make sure to check in with the city about what the current process is. Thank you for watching, and feel free to check the comments for written updates to this video. And feel free to leave a comment if you have any suggestions for other video topics you would like to see on this channel. If you want to know more about Glendale's building permit process and zoning code, watch the other related videos. Hope to see you there!